I'm Thalia Grace, and I am currently the managing director of Ananas Group, which is a lovely group of companies. I'm here today to speak about my experience with Embrace, the charity. They have a massive place in my heart for many reasons. And one of the main reasons is when I was 14 years old, I was raped by a barman in Jamaica whilst on holiday with my grandparents. When you are young, and as my age of 14, you don't really understand what has just happened and what you've gone through. And having someone to talk to about it is really important to be able to learn how to deal with it and also how to deal with the trauma so it doesn't affect you in the future. But unfortunately, your family and your friends are not the people to talk to because they are very emotionally involved within you. And that's fantastic because they care about you, but they can't give you the right way to process your emotions because they care about you so much. So my mother got in touch with Embrace and I was offered counselling for the issues that I had obviously been through. When I first had my counselling session, I won't lie to you, I absolutely hated it. I didn't understand why I had to sit in a room and talk to someone that I didn't know, I'd never met. She was a lot older than me. I didn't understand how me telling her about everything that had happened is going to help me. I didn't really understand what was going on. And I think for the first few sessions, I probably did just sit in silence and nodded, yeah, okay, yeah. It wasn't until I realised she wasn't going anywhere, she stuck around, she persevered with me, that I started to open up. And I think when I realised that actually opening up was really helping, I noticed that I was a bit nervous around similar kind of physique of men. And as awful as it sounds to say, the person in Jamaica, I was nervous around their colour of skin. And that's awful to think that because it's not, it was one person out of a massive group of people. And I'm stereotyping that one person because of a bad situation. So she made me realise how to put things in little boxes and put that emotion away, that we don't need to feel like that because it's one person. She taught me how to deal with it when I was getting overwhelmed. So when I live near Birmingham. So when I was in Birmingham City, when everything was getting too much and there were so many people around me that I didn't know, she taught me how to take a breather. They're not all bad. It's the one person and they're not here. And I think she taught me how to not let my trauma take over. She taught me that I can leave that in the past. I can remember it and I can be aware of it, but I don't need to bring it to the future because it's just going to affect who I am as a person. And I think that's a massive thing of why I encourage a lot of young people that if you feel a certain way, then go speak to someone. And it doesn't have to be your mom. It doesn't have to be your dad. I don't think I've ever spoken about the in-depth problems and the actual situation that occurred because they don't need to know. Go speak to someone that you trust, maybe a teacher who can then put you in touch with the right person, or maybe just go on Embrace and speak to them personally. You don't have to tell anyone what you're doing, and you shouldn't feel ashamed that you're having to go to therapy or you're having to go to counselling, whichever word you prefer to use. It shouldn't be something we're ashamed of. They are there to help. And if we can learn how to control our emotions at a young age, look how far we can succeed in the future. And I also would like to say that me now with my own company, I like to support Embrace with every opportunity that I have. So I actually do the Christmas appeal. I do it every year. I get all my tenants that are in my office space to help contribute and get some presents. We've done networking events where the money that we've made goes to Embrace. So Embrace are really close to my heart, and I would hope that maybe some larger companies or even smaller companies, whatever you end up raising, to just donate maybe just a little bit to Embrace so they can help another child have their sparkle back that they've lost because of something that was not their fault. And yeah, I think I will always be thankful for what they did for me. And I do owe a lot of where I am now. I'm 24. I have my own business. I go traveling as much as I can. I have such a fantastic family that are around me, and I do owe that to Embrace, because I think if I didn't have them, I think I would have pushed a lot of my family away out of emotions that I couldn't control. So I do owe them. I know it sounds really cringy, but I do owe them a lot of my life, and that's why I'll always support them in the future.